late start today, but we had to wait for my apartment to be maintained. So let's go ahead and get everything going. All right. Okay. I've got my, yes, I have my controller and everything. Here we are on turn 69, a very nice turn. Did I have everyone? And we've got Cliff and Forsyth really close to leveling. So we're probably ducking into this shrine again is what I want to assume. We've still got 2 minutes before we go ahead and get started though, so since maintenance, that's why we were delayed today. My building was getting maintained, the maintenance person only just left. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna grab myself some water and I'll come back when the time remaining is up. So, I'll see you all in a moment. Okay, let's go ahead and actually get this started now then. Let me make sure, got some stuff on my desk I have to maneuver. So that Mojo Jojo doesn't get into trouble. Alright, but I think that's as good as I'm gonna get. So let's go ahead and I guess we're going back into the temple, because, like, these guys are, like, right next to being able to do something. Right? Like, yeah, Forsyth is at, like, 6 with 99 experience. So he'll be able to promote to, like, a, what's it called? A knight, right. Or like an armor knight specifically, rather. Let me... Gaiden, I forget, it always seems super loud as a game. And then let me make sure I've got my... Where's... Oh, no, it's not even up. Okay, we're good there then. Okay. So, that just means I need Forsyth to be the one who, like, deals with this. I do remember that these gargoyles are actually kind of scary, though. Maybe not so much in the, like, people are gonna die type of way, but just, like, in general. So we'll see. Apparently Python does like no damage to them. So that's interesting. Maybe I should have been a little more careful. We'll see. They're not doing that much damage. They're just pretty tanky, I think. But Forsyth is like right next to promotion, so... I feel like they're very interested in Claire. So... Alright, she wouldn't be able to kill that guy. I'm just checking my options. So what I don't have is a lot of people that really do much in the way of damage to them. Python does like nothing. Why does it... I know I'm like... It doesn't actually, but it's like reminding me of like Mario jumping. Like, brr. I know it's not at all the right noise. But for some reason that's where my brain's going. Alright, let's see if they kill my mage or anyone. Yeah, I should have protected Silk a bit better. Alright, well... Okay. I only need to get Foresight, like, N experience, so... Let me... Let's try... again. Because, I mean, this is the temple. This is where we're gonna have to do it. But if I can just get Alm to do almost everything, we can just have Forsyth do something at the end. We'll be good. Surely. There are flaws in this plan, but I'm just gonna pretend they don't exist. Also, I forgot to send out. That's what I need to do. Alright. Alright, so maybe more of them decided to go for Foresight than anticipated, but hey, this might work out for us. Cliff. Obliterate, please. That did nowhere near as much as I needed it to. That's about what I expected. Alright, let's make sure Forsyth doesn't die, shall we? And that probably requires Tobin and not Python, because let's be real, Python's doing like 2 damage max. Really? guess you can't get everything you want. Yeah, even that guy's at 15. And Claire can't get that far, so that's unhelpful to me. So you're at 30, you're at 15, you're at 21. The only one Alm could maybe have a difference on is this guy. So now you're down to 18. I was not paying enough attention to know how much damage Forsyth does. Let's hope it's at least 4. It is in fact 2. And he got crit! So he's probably gonna die anyway. We're gonna be in this situation again. Don't you just love critical hits? He might have been fine if not for that. But you know. Yeah, okay. Ay. This should not be as difficult as it is being. Alright, so let's get into a formation with only people who are competent on the outside then, I suppose. And yes, this is a little weird and a little restrictive, but if it's what I've got to do, it's what I've got to do. Especially if they're going to be critting. And yeah, some of these quote-unquote competent people are taking more damage than others, but hey, that's just the way it's going to be. So many criticals from these guys, too. You've got 5. You know, I gotta make a little bit of room for some people to maneuver. Currently, it does look like Tobin's gonna be the most hurt. potentially anyway. At least I can crit too sometimes, apparently. But I'm not going to evolve Forsyth until the end. Honestly, maybe I should have let Silk have a shot at the 4 HP one, but eh. I'm being overcautious just in case. I do also still need to be careful of Claire, of course. But I think they can only do 10 damage at most to her. Python, I'm trying, buddy. I'm really trying with you. I'm doing my best to make you appear competent at all. I think I'm still gonna have another turn after this one, most likely. I'd appreciate it, less criticals though. All this just to get another night. Alright, something for Forsyth to do. There you go, you got to your level 7. Whole reason we came. Fulfilled. Alright, anyone else really close to a level? Looks like just Lucas. Oh hey, if you can get him, I'll be impressed. I'm impressed. Actually, you have a really high hit for a knight against a flying enemy. There we go. 5 strength, 5 defense. That'll help a lot. All right. So yeah, we don't have anyone close to a promotion, like really close anymore. Well, you know, except Python, if he could actually get his act together at any point, but I'm not holding my breath for that at this point. So. Did I forget to... Yeah, I know what I did. There you go. Okay. Yeah, everything's good. We've got Alm, Lucas, Clotone, Gray, Silk, Claire, Forsyth, Python. And we also have Luthier and Matilda here as well. Alright, so we're just gonna keep going. Great. So we're on the forest north side. We're all good. Okay. We'll be good. A lot of archers here. Can't say I'm the biggest fan of that. can't imagine... I'm gonna get Claire out of here. She's not accomplishing anything for us this map. I think every enemy has a bow, pretty much. In fact, I should have even been more careful than I was already. It's not properly appreciating this guy's potential range. Okay, but we're good, actually. Nobody... He cannot reach anyone. Miraculously. Unless he has more range than I think, but I think you need to have a special bow equipped in order to get that. So we're probably fine. There's nothing I can really do about witches since they can teleport wherever they want. If I want to be funny, I can just warp Lucas up here. Archers aren't really going to be able to get across the bridge now, and I've simplified the encounter to just these few units. I have put Claire too far away to help with this switch, unfortunately. That just means someone else has to do it. They do unfortunately have quite good resistance, as you would expect of them. But I think we'll be fine. No thanks to Python's contributions, of course. And I have a mojo barking at me. Yeah, hi buddy. You can bark all you want. That was 5 spaces away. Excuse me, sir. At least we know. Alright, well, we can't have Claire help. She will just get torn to shreds by, you know, an archer. Not getting much damage done there. Alright, but I've had Alm take care of it. There's no real reason to have any of these people advance, but why not? Well, except for Gray. Gray can actually fight. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Silk will be safe here. And I have no real reason for moving Claire up closer, but hey. I'm gonna have to retreat Matilda, it seems. My archers aren't close enough to do anything yet. Neither are my mages so far, it seems. Now, Tobin is close enough to do something. And yeah, I might have Clive back off a bit. Let's see, 5, 10, 15. I don't know, we'll see. guess what I should do is I should find out if I have to. Let's assume that I don't first. Alright, yep, we're still approaching. Now, it would be hilarious to have Silk get this kill. But I do need to be a little careful about what I'm doing. Or do I? Nah, let me be a little goofy silly. Alright, let me not be a little goofy silly. No whimsy allowed. No whimsy allowed. Let me be a little tactical serious. And of course, the mean part here is that we have to not kill Delthea while we try to do this. Okay. So we have to not kill her. We have to kill him. The best way to not kill her, my intuition tells me, just... Wait a minute, why would I do that with Alm? No, that would be stupid. Claire, this is what I've been raising you for. Surely. Like, why else have I been raising a Pegasus Knight this whole time? Claire, kill him. Ow! 19 damage. Ugh. That's irritating. But hey, if she can evade the counterattack, we're good. If not, I think it's going to be really hard to get Delphi out of this map. So either way, this is kind of what we're doing here. And I guess I'll move up the archers and Gray, because they'll also be able to help out. The knights are going to kind of be a liability here, I fear. So yeah, we might just have to get lucky. Oh, you're just going to be the one to kill her, huh? Well, you didn't. Yeah, the hard part, I guess, is getting Claire out of there. This is, I guess, where Ginny comes in handy in the remake, because then you could warp her over there to help with this. I don't know if Claire's gonna be okay. Let me bootleg turn wheel. Hold on. Right, because we might have some problems with Claire surviving this. But let's begin with, you know, the easiest thing to do, which is, like, making sure this guy dies. Okay, and now we don't have to worry about Delphi. So, that's good. The bad, of course, is that we still have to deal with these Arcanists, and I don't know how much damage they're going to do to Claire. But she does have the Blessed Lance on her, and that should help sustain her. So now we just have the rest of the map to do. So, let's do it. Silk actually gets to help lead in these circumstances as a unit with resistance. Heck, I probably even should have waited to have Cliff do this first. But this is really, I think, from now going to be the Cliff, Luthier, and Delphia show, as it ever is. With maybe some surprise Tobin and Python assistance. Potentially even Gray. But Gray, how much res do you have? 2? Yeah. No. Like, yeah, Miasma does 3 damage, the Blessed Lance heals 5, she'll be fine. I'm up training my Silk. I forget when the male mage promotes. Let me go check. At level 12, we can get them to be sages. Same thing with the Pegasus Knight. So yeah, I don't predict Python actually doing much good. Well, hey, he's at least doing 6 damage to these guys. That's more than he's been doing. We might be able to get him his promotion from this map. I think on this turn, though, I'm gonna just heal Cliff, because Excalibur's a little pricey. I don't think I have much reason to be super cautious for the rest of this map, though. The worst of it's over. Basically, this is just, like I said, this is what we were training Claire for. long and short of it. There are reasons to have a really good Pegasus Knight. In fact, I'm gonna have to have Python take a shot at him now, just to get some extra EXP. So there's our Python level. And yeah, that guy will be coming down. So I'll send Silk up to deal with it. I've also got Mr. Cliff Caliber coming. Hello, Faye. Yeah, we can't get Silk close enough to get the kill, but you know what? That's fine. Cliff, take us home. It's going well so far. That went way better than I thought it would. Delphi acquired. And now we just kind of have to wait for Celica. But that's everyone that we can get from Alm's side. That's everything to do as Alm. We've acquired everyone we need to, right? We have Luthier, we have Matilda, we have Delphi. We've also got everyone else still alive. Alm, Lucas, Gray, Tobin, Cliff, Silk, Claire, Clive, Forsyth, and Python. So that's going to be it from Alm's side of this chapter. Celica, though, still has a lot of work to do. So we're going to be playing as her now. And there are some things coming to get her because I waited so long to do her side. Quite a lot of things. So the first thing we have to do is we have to get past this battle with this Myrmidon. And it looks like they get to ambush me, which is annoying. But it looks like they're also only doing like 2 damage to Bowie, so maybe I shouldn't be that concerned. I don't like the fact that Ginny's by herself. So, like, my healer just is stranded like that. But our pre-roll is currently on, and I would like it not to be. So before I deal with this ambush, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a quick break. Alright. Let's figure this out. So, so far everyone's fine. I'm a little concerned about the promoted units over there, but Valbar won't be. So we just gotta figure out this side down here. I do have Saber and Kamui, as well as Celica herself. Does Celica have... She only has 4 defense, but she does regen her health. I've also got the 2 Peg Knights, but they're not allowed to engage with archers, so we're gonna have to be a little careful with them. I guess I can actually leave Bowie there, even though that feels wrong to me. Really, Kamui? You're that bad? You're getting doubled by a fellow mercenary? Oh my god. You too, Saber? Christ. I knew Celica's units could struggle with the martial side of things sometimes, but I didn't think it was this bad. Alright, well, the situation being what it is. Bowie, do you actually have more defense than them? No, thankfully not. Celica, do you have res by any chance? You do. Okay. It might be pushing it to use Seraphim here. Ahem. We'll see. I think she'll be okay. But I'll find out. Well, it's not pushing it if she crits and kills him, so... That's just optimal play. Jenny, do you happen to know Invoke? You do. Great. I'm gonna need you to do that just to keep yourself safe. I assume I do not have control over them directly. No, I do not. Okay, Celica, you're taking a lot more damage than I want you to. I'm gonna hope she gets good at dodging. Or they find someone else to pick on. Okay, good. So yeah, as it turns out, we're gonna have a little bit of trouble with Celica herself here. Although she is back up to 13. Okay. Well, realistically, they're not getting through the Valbar the wall. Question is, how much can they do to the Pegasus Knights? You have 6 defense compared to Valbar's 14. I'm not getting any meaningful comparison out of that. I think they'll only do 4 damage to you and 5 damage to you, so you should both theoretically be fine here. Alright, they do double one of you, which is a little suspicious, but you should still be okay. And now what we really want to do more than anything is kill these guys. scary as this is... Okay, well, I needed you to not miss. I also didn't want you to attack the guy right in front of you. I'm misclicking a lot, and it's not helping. If they turn out to not be fatal, I'll deal with it. But I think the misclicks are... Yeah, they're fatal to someone. Alright, hold on. No, we gotta do a little better. Alright. You know what, May? You go ahead, hit him with the thunder. They're dodging. Not ideal. Oh no, something that later games in the series will give me anyway. I'm not playing Fire Emblem 2 without the bootleg turn wheel. It's not happening. I'm simply borrowing a mechanic from the future. Fuck the authentic experience. People are surprised I'm playing this one at all. There are times for authenticity, and there are times for this game is bullshit. I'm going to be bullshit too. This is a time for the latter of those. Especially because this is an optional ambush encounter that doesn't even need to be happening. We're only here because RNG decreed that we would be here in the first place. So if I need a little assistance to get out of it... Oops. Okay. Thank you, Bowie. Doing good today. No thanks to Celica. She is doing less good today. I understand a Myrmidon is strong. Jesus Christ. Sometimes it's okay to acknowledge that the authentic experience would have sucked. I'm not even sure we're saving Saber. How are you doing, Peg Sisters? It's looking like I'll let Pala attack. And I'm not gonna let Katria do anything. In fact, I can't let either of them do anything. We're making a modification. Modification number 1. You guys can't help. Actually, apparently you have a javelin. I didn't even realize. But other than the javelin, you guys can't help. When it comes to down here, I think I would appreciate it if my assortment of mages would take advantage of their accuracy. I can't believe Leon is among my units with the most defense. Okay. We're doing a little better now. Surely, at least. Or maybe not. Okay, no, we're good. Everything's fine. I'd be less upset about it if my cleric wasn't just completely by herself over there for literally no reason. There's no reason for her to be there. And yet she is. Okay. 24, 10. You guys each do 30. Silk and May are unironically probably the best to go up against you guys. But I gotta deal with what I've got. Silica, you can surely do 4 damage with a sword, right? Thank you. because Saber has like no HP left, he can now depart. Doing what I can to get everyone through this. Silica, Jenny, Bowie, Mai, Saber, Valmark, Leon, Valakatria. Okay. Best one to deal with this would be Valbar, if possible. But we've got who we've got. Bowie, I really need you to not be missing. If everyone could not be missing, that would be great. I think we're good. So yes, all that remains now is this man. This man who will apparently dodge everyone. Alright, everyone's safe. Let me look at the Celica side of things now. Okay. We're gonna get a lot of help, thankfully. I think we might have to... Ah, hello! Hi, welcome in, Raiders. I don't know why my alerts aren't playing, but hi, welcome in. My name's Flamel27. I'm a variety streamer, but every Friday I play Fire Emblem in a series I have called Fire Emblem Friday. We're currently on Fire Emblem 2. We're going to go through all of them in order. So that's what we're currently up to. I'm on, if you are familiar with this game, we're currently in Chapter 3, or Act 3, rather. And we're doing Celica's side because we've already finished Alms. So let's go ahead and take out these thieves before they ambush us and get me into another situation like the one I was in a moment ago. Looks like they're spreading us out quite a lot, and once again, just leaving poor Jenny completely on her own. They like doing this to her. Let's see if I can invoke you some help. Okay, good. We're making you kill a capped res and defense. Oh my god. Absolutely horrifying. Cap stats general with +5 defense. Do you at least have a good mage? If not, I pray for you, friend. Alright, let's try to get, like, some sort of consolidated front going from this chaos. No. Oh no. $25 res too? Oh right, capped res stuff. I didn't think General's res cap was that high in FE8. Shows what I know. Valbar, I need to get you away from that mage. They're not going to be your friend. Where's everyone else? Of course. It's just a casual archer next to one of the White Wings. Pala, I need you to not be in the vicinity of an archer, if at all possible. I think the biggest thing I miss when playing FE2 is just having a combat preview. Alright, you... We'll be fine. And I guess I'll just put Saber in the trees. Is that everyone? Sure is. Do you have the growths increased at all, or have you just been that unlucky? I don't remember exactly what the terms of your run were, because it's been a while since I've been able to catch your streams. Just unlucky. Because there's nothing you can do about them rolling general. Well, then again, if you're randomizing the enemy growths too, though, yeah, okay, I can see how you... Sometimes I forget exactly what the capabilities of it. Yeah. Okay, you can go after Genny as long... Well... It would have been nice if Nosferatu hit, but let's see if Genny's soldiers get me out of this situation. They're probably not getting me out of any situations, but you know what? They kept Genny alive for a turn when she spawned by herself completely yet again, so I can only complain so much. Alright. at the very least, I have a place to retreat to now. We've kind of got control of the north part of the map. Although Fire Emblem 2 accuracy is not being my friend. People like to talk about FE6 accuracy. Nah, man. This game is the one that makes me want to crash out when it comes to unit accuracy. You really only have 4 movement right now? I don't know. On my first casual run of Sacred Stones, that happened to me too, which was interesting. Yeah, no, that's the thing, right? Like, everyone complains about FE6's hit rates, but I'm like, at least it had 2 RN. So it was, like, bad, but it wasn't as bad as it looks. Alright, you know what, Mai, you're just gonna take out this guy from the forest. I don't think Celica's going to accomplish anything helpful. Honestly, sometimes I find myself wishing Celica could cast white magic, but it is what it is. No, that's the thing, right? People have probably actually played 6, whereas only lunatics play the original FE2. People have played FE6 to complain about it. That might also be a factor. I'm sorry, did you just increase your stats by 2? Huh? Is that what your ring does? Man who has not played Gaiden that much, hold on. No. That's just a thing that can happen sometime. Katria, what are your growths? Hold on. I need to look at something. Katria. I feel like I'm hallucinating. There's no way that just said +2 to anything. That can't happen. What? Okay, anyway. I don't know what it came from. She doesn't have, like, an above 100% growth rate. I don't know what mechanic allowed her to get a +2. But I guess I shouldn't complain. Okay, and then Jenny. She has an angel ring, but as far as I know, and as far as the wiki will tell me, the only thing the angel ring does is increase her luck. Right? Like, it sets her luck to 40. And then also heals her 5 each turn. If luck does some fucky thing where it can increase your growth rates in FE2, then that explains it. But if it does, that's not a mechanic I remember existing. Just because I don't remember it doesn't mean it doesn't, though. Okay, you're at 25, you're at 24. You're made of mist anyway, so who cares? Alright, Silka. It also doubles growths. Okay, interesting. That information is not on the item's description on the wiki. Not the one I was using. Which is not the first mistake I found on the .org. Because there's also an item that it's convinced does not exist in this game, which does. Okay. Are we still all stable? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Yeah, okay, we're all good. Alright, Pally, you're allowed to exist on the battlefield now. Alright, you have a great night as well. You can just swing in and deal with this guy for me, please. Thank you. Alright, so the fun thing about that is when Est gets here, it's going straight on her. I know that she's not her FE1 self, but it's tradition. It would feel wrong were it not hers. Okay. Probably not much else is going to happen this encounter now. Anyone further left isn't going to accomplish anything at this point. Okay. Do I have anyone close to a level? Not really. How close is this guy to dying? 2. Sure, let's try to give a cleric some experience. Well, we tried. Unfortunately, Nas accuracy is Nas accuracy. Okay, so maybe we can start doing what we're supposed to be now. No, I think those knights are going to beat us. No, okay. We do get a little bit of actually doing the plot. Right. Is this not considered... Did I do... Oh, I guess we did the first battle already in order to get the White Wings. Okay, and here we're just dealing with a bunch of Revenant. It'll probably be fine. I don't think anyone here is super concerning. Granted, they are all bone walkers instead of just like the little zombie ones, so maybe I should be a little careful, but... I don't know. Just in case. Okay. But I think we'll be fine. I totally forgot to go promote Saber though, but I wanted to maybe do at least a little bit of Celica's plotline before retreating to a shrine yet again. Just a little bit. I'm gonna put you on the forest just so that they can't use the forest. I know that the flyers aren't gonna get the terrain bonus, but I don't want the enemy getting it. A very underpowered Kamui. And a Celica that's completely uninterested in doing any kind of damage. So maybe this will be a little bit harder than I thought. Maybe it will turn out that I should have gone to the shrine. Gaiden accuracy, Gaiden accuracy. Oh, how I hate thee. Alright, well, I guess we'll just have May and Bowie do everything. I know. I'm aware. I'm not looking forward to it. We've already been dealing with the floor tiles. I'm not even going to bother having you attack, because you're simply not going to do any damage. Okay, yeah, this really is a Celica and Friends do everything type of map, huh? Hey, do you want to, like, do effective damage for me? Thanks, Celica. Granted, I need to keep... Well, no, she can protect herself. She'll be fine. Okay. And you're at 15. But yeah, no, Jenny can take care of herself. Kind of, anyway. I'm a little worried about her sister, but we'll see. I should have remembered that bone walkers have hands. I should have been more scared. I also should have remembered I didn't do this cemetery fight already, but I forgot that I hadn't. Above all, I should have saved. But we'll probably find a way to crawl our way out of this. No, we won't. Not if that happens. Alright, clearly I wasn't there. Or there. Or there. Or even there. We were here. Right after I sent Valvar up. And before I remembered that actually the mages are gonna have to do everything. And nobody else is gonna be worth anything at all. Alright, so if you aren't exactly Valvar, there's no reason for you to be doing anything there. What are we getting tomorrow? I don't remember. There's so much gaming news going around that I keep forgetting what's even coming out at any given time anymore. Right, Beat Break. I watched the partner Pokemon Digivolve, and then I got distracted by another anime. I need to, like, go get back and watch it again now, because I know I'm way behind now, since I haven't seen it since Geckomon's Digivolution. But I got distracted with, like, Frierin's new season coming out, and then just being in, like, a busy season at work. So I fell behind on the Beat Break. Did I say Pokemon? I'm... Oops. The internet is going to kill me. I will be crucified. If you wish to come to my funeral services. Okay, I don't even get what's wrong with partner Pokemon. Like, they're even called that in Conquest, I think. I could be misremembering. Bowie, brother. Come on, man. Silica, I need you to just send everyone to super hell. Can you do that for me? I mean, I think it's like fine. I wouldn't even be surprised if that's what they're called in like Masters or whatever. It works. That's Saber, so he's gonna do exactly nothing. Actually, wait, no. Saber's the one who actually could have done damage. I'm crazy. 26. Actually, I don't even need you to heal her because she'll get healed anyway. So let's not expose you to danger for no reason. I am willing to expose a Pegasus Knight to danger, though. Yeah, but I've never seen someone actually use that full sentence. I'm sure it's a whole thing. I trust you, but like... Partner Pokemon itself has been used in, like, spaces for a while, I felt like. Granted, I was trying to say partner Digimon anyway. So we have a Freudian slip to blame for the whole conversation. At least in this instance. Which, I'm behind on like a lot of Digimon stuff. I didn't even go play the new parts of the DLC that released for Time Stranger yet. Celica, can you not get killed? Eek. Maybe, if she can dodge. Yeah, I hadn't even heard of the other. Okay, thank you, Celica. You've saved us a reload. I forgot how much I hate Bone Walkers. I forgot how much of a problem Bone Walkers are, I suppose, is the real thing. Alright. What do we do here, huh? Good question. Well, we only have to do 1 damage. So, theoretically, you might actually get a kill here. Of course not. How foolish of me to think. Okay, I need to heal Celica. And then ideally... Eek. Gonna be doing some retreating. Go to hell, Mr. Bonewalker. Alright. I don't think I can justify keeping you out here, unfortunately, as much as I want to. And you're not going to be able to kill them alone either. So we're just going to have to chill for a second. Boy, am I glad that was the last one to move. Okay. Let me just continue to use, you know, bootleg strategies that we will have full access to in the future. Is this Saber or Kamui? It's Saber, so he might actually, like, do something. I might need him over there, though, so let me give Leon a chance. Maybe I shouldn't have. Okay, come on, guys. Oh my god. Well, you're not going to do any damage, and neither are the Peg Knights, so... The best thing you can do for me is not get yourself killed. would anyone... I understand that you have basically no accuracy, but do you want to pretend that you are capable of hitting? Let's play a game. Please hit the enemy. Thank you, Leon. From just a forest, even just a normal forest. Okay. And then you're at almost a level, so I might as well let you kill them. I'm feeling perhaps even a little underleveled. And then, of course, we're gonna have to deal with the Bow Knight right after. Wonderful. My favorite part about this is that it's also an ambush spawn that you can do nothing about. Ah, okay, so when we win, we get to just lose. Okay, fine. Where did I save? Remind me where I saved. Here. Before I went to go fight those guys. And the only one who's level 7 is May. Okay, well, we can't go to the graveyard because if we do, I'll win. The Bow Knights will just kill me. So I guess I'm playing that thief battle again. And then seeing if we can run down to the shrine to promote Saber. I think I need a break before that. And also, I need to be able to turn pre-roll off. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna run an ad break, and then when I come back, I guess I'm playing this thief encounter again. Oy. Okay, well, the dangers of forgetting to save are real, alive, and well here in the NES era. So I suppose, or I can instead go straight to the graveyard encounter. But no, I need to get Saber his promotion. I think it'll help. It won't help, you know, if certain individuals die in a field, but... that part simply won't happen. And I don't remember this giving us too many problems before. So we'll probably be fine. Doing this again, at least. I remember it being a very unproblematic kill a bunch of thieves map. And nothing bad ever happens on those. No issues. I mean, we might have a problem if Jenny doesn't invoke as many soldiers this time as she did before, but no, we're good. I think I was a little scared of Leon, but I've gotten through this once before. I'm sure it can do it again. As long as I get Saber to level 7 during it, you know, we'll be fine. And there's our Saber promotion. Okay. Good. Very necessary critical on the latter part. You guys only have 4 move, right? Yeah. Alright, parts of this are going less well than they did before. Nice crit. Good job, Pella. That one I do approve of. Oh, are you going for the avoid squares? I'm gonna have to ask that you don't. But then again, you might just, you know, successfully dodge. In which case, I can't do much about it. Ugh. Gonna have to deal with that evasion. How terrible. How tragic. Annoying that they do this only to prolong the inevitable. So that's all they will truly accomplish. Well, if I want to further waste my time, I can have Kamui be the one to attempt it, because then we might get him to level 7 too. Which would be helpful to get him to actually deal damage. So I guess I'll do that. And now my soldiers are trolling. There we go. Okay, so I guess this time we're going down to the shrine. Silica, Jenny, Much as I hate to do this once again. Apparently I need to if I want to deal with those bow knights that were created. The game is punishing me for having done a full side first, of course. Alright. Though he hasn't been promoted, May hasn't been promoted, but they're going to be very far from it. Kamui is really the guy who stands to gain the most from this. I just have Celica clear out the mooks. To the extent that I can have her do so. Bonewalkers seem a lot weaker than the ones we have to deal with later. Might be part of the reason why I underestimated them. Also, having gotten Celica recover should help too. I knew I remembered her having it. Only 9 damage, thanks, Bowie. You're trying your best, I'm sure. Maybe I can get Genny some experience too. Nope. And I guess Celica just wants to steal the show from everyone from here. Alright, well, we've conquered the Bone Walkers. So that should help Saber. It would be nice if I could get Kamui promoted, but I don't think it's happening. Alright, so let's again try to get Celica through her side of the map without getting demolished. If at all possible. Which it very well. Well, here's a situation where I don't know what happens. They're added to this encounter. Lovely, because this wasn't complicated enough already. Okay. Alright. And then we're gonna get ambushed anyway after this. So now I'm just doing this encounter again. Though I suppose with the benefit of a stronger saber. Alright. Tell you what, chat. You've all already seen this. Right? I've already done this map, I've already done this skirmish. I think what I'm gonna do, and this is something that I thought about doing before and I'm just not gonna do it. But now I'm doing it. I think I'm gonna cut the stream short because I think I'm gonna be stuck here for a bit, trying to get Celica past that skirmish. So I'll make sure I do that before the next Fire Emblem Friday, but I don't think you guys need to see me grinding to get past it, right? Fighting the same skirmish encounters, right? We fought this encounter, we fought the thief encounter, we fought the Bonite encounter, we fought the skirmish map already. Right, you've seen me do the map already, you've seen me do these encounters already. So I've got that, right, which is what I really want. But I don't think it's a good stream, I don't think it'll be a good VOD for me to just be doing the same shit again. So I'm gonna give myself, also, I don't want to sit here and do this right now, dog, honestly. So I'm gonna cut the stream a little short. I'm gonna do this over the course of the week. And I'll stop once I get Celica past this battle without her just like instantly getting ambushed and someone dying after. That's what we're gonna go ahead and do. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. I appear to be alone though, so I'm not gonna go right out to anyone this time. And I'll see y'all next week for more Fire Emblem Friday, which will not include more of this map anymore, hopefully. For the love of God. And I'll see you guys next time. Y'all have a good evening. Goodbye.